2770 heading south of 1560. We are do our best. 35 your day, south 15. Giant 74 Tango Whiskey, 2.6 for 3000, 140.
So we just got an ice detect warning here. It is at negative 18 degrees out there. So that seems about right. So we got an ice detect warning. Our engine anti-ice is doing what it needs to. Let's go ahead and get our airframe ice on. And that'll do what it needs to here. We don't have boots in this airplane. We just have heated leading edge and such. So if we look out here, let's get our ice inspection light on. Let's see if we can see any visual ice. I don't see any ice out there. But we'll have it on just in case. Let's take a look at what our speed's doing. We're getting a little slow, so we'll put a little bit more thrust in. The addition of the anti-ice is going to take a little thrust away. Got about 70 nautical miles to go. As briefed, we're to descend and then join the RNAV 25 from Pioneer, which will take us out over the ocean and back in towards runway 25. Our transition altitude is 210 on the way down. Go and pull thrust a little bit. It's just going to be a back and forth game, honestly. But we're tracking our flight plan very nicely. The addition of this RNAV system is very much appreciated. Very much appreciated in this airplane. And our bottom altitude that we're going down to is... well, it's an RNAV, so we're going all the way down. So, there's that. We'll basically take it as down to 1,000 feet and then fly it manually from there. The weather conditions over there are pretty good. We're going to have a crosswind, but that's about it, so not too much to be concerned with. The ice detect light went out, so we're going to go ahead and turn off the airframe anti-icing. And we're out of any visible moisture, so I'm not too worried about it. It just flipped back on again, and that'll automatically manage the engine anti-ice, which is fine, but I think we'll wait to do any kind of airframe icing until we get into the moisture. Alright, we're here about 10 nautical miles from our top descent. So, what I'll go ahead and do is dial our selector down to 1,500 feet. 1,500 feet, and right when we get over that, we'll select our vertical speed of minus 1,400. So we'll actually select that now. 1, 2, 3, 4. That should be minus 1,400 feet. We'll wait till we get ever so slightly closer. Go ahead and knock on the fasten seatbelt sign. Right about there should do. We'll select vertical speed, altitude pre-select, and we'll dial our speed back to be right about there, and we'll pull our throttles. And that's us on the way down. We just passed 21,000 feet. over the forested jungles of Papua New Guinea here. So we're going to go reset our altimeter to 1008. That's the current altimeter setting. And that is really it until we get to about 10,000 feet, at which point we'll turn on all the lights of that. We're sending right now at about 1,300 feet per minute, which is what's just about needed to reach NATPU at the desired altitude. It's saying 1,200 now. We may have to like cradle it back and forth a little bit, but that is what we're doing. And we are on our way down. I'm actually going to readjust before I let you go again. We're going to adjust this down to 1,000. Make sure that the pre-select is on. There we go. Alright folks, we're just passing 10,000 feet. We got a little quick there, so I pulled the throttles. We'll get all our lights on here. We still got our ice light on, that's fine. We're looking for a descent rate of 2,000 now. The airplane's going to get mad at us. That's fine. We'll just increase the RPMs a little bit and pull some speed brake. And that should get us the desired speed and descent rate. We'll slow our speed down here a little bit. Our flaps 1 speed. Where's our speed card? Just got a speed card in here somewhere. Speed limitations. 200 knots. Alright. So pull the throttles back a little bit. Add a bit more speed brake. I want to get down to 200 knots. We're out over the water now, heading towards Madang on the arrival here. Now it wants us to do 1750, so we'll dial this back by a little bit. And with that we will pull a little speed brake. It'll be just like this, managing it all the way down. So it's still 1750 and staying stable. That means we're at a good descent rate here. Stay on profile. Should not have pulled the speed brake. We need to get slower. Looking for 180 on the speed now. As we get to 200, we'll drop flaps 6 and then flaps 8. And we're going to be doing a flaps 25 landing today. should give us a V speed of 138. Just looking here. 200. 185. So we're good for anything below 200. Alright. Ascending quite nicely still tracking the RNAV. Uh, 4,900. The altitude. How are we doing on our descent rate? 1,700. So we'll pull this back 1 notch. That should give us exactly 1,700 feet per minute descent, which should keep us on profile. The airport should be just over here somewhere, maybe right there. Not quite sure. Should be an island that it's next to. But I'm not quite seeing, unless that's it there. So it's probably right there. Watching our speed. See if we can pull the throttles a little bit more over there. It'll get mad. No, we got away with it. Nice. Wait till we pass this waypoint. Right. Now we're going to go ahead and decrease our rate of descent here. Add a little boost. I mean, we do want 1,500 here.
2,500.
Altitude pre-select. Checked. Even more speed brake out because we're having trouble slowing down. Just ignore the horn. Come on, get slow. Alright, we'll drop a little bit of flaps. Flap 6. Alright. Speed brake in. Should be going into altitude capture. We'll go flaps 8. Still does not want to slow down. We're in out capture. Hit the runway there. Maybe. I'm gonna go down to 1,000 feet. Select that and select that. Good. We'll retract our speed brake. Yeah, the second you retract that speed brake, it gets mad. So if we're gonna go through the horn, we're gonna go through the horn and just pull the thrust. Alright, add the thrust back in now. We're gonna try and bring this down here. That's gonna be our final approach speed. Apologize for the horn. It is what it is. There we go. Alright, we're gonna go gear down. Where is that runway? Take this down to 800 feet. I'm gonna go flaps
1,000.
18. Add a little speed.
Flaps 25.
And flaps 25. That's just configured.
Flaps 42.
No, we're not going to use flaps 42. And then we're going to come down here, arm our lift dumpers. There's the runway. And we're just going to hold this. So we get a little closer, and then I'll take manual control. Our lift dumpers are ready, gears down for green, lift dumpers are armed, flaps are 25. My airplane. This thing is super responsive. A little nose down trim. Getting high. Full thrust a little more. Ease back. We don't want to get too low profile. Ease back on the thrust a little more. Add a little thrust in. Add a little nose down. More thrust.
100 feet to minimum.
Too low.
Continue.
Flaps.
We're landing 25,
Too
so
low.
that's
Flaps.
not a problem.
Too low. Flaps.
Continue.
Too low. Flaps. Too low. Flaps. Too low. Flaps.
We're fine.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Get down, airplane. There we go. Pull that. Get on the brakes. Can we make this exit? Oh, yes. Nice. A little long in the tooth on the landing, because we were a little bit quicker than I thought, but overall not bad. So we'll just taxi off here and come to a stop. Welcome to Madang, ladies and gentlemen. There we are. Pull the parking brakes. Our brakes definitely got a little warm there. That's fine though. Alright, we'll go ahead and pull the flaps up. Pull the speed brake back in, and we'll disarm the lift dumper. That should go back in. Wonderful. We will disengage that system. Cancel that warning. Come up here. Main on. Start. Then coming down here, go ahead and kill all of our landing lights. Retract them. Ice inspection. And strobe. Come back here real quick. We'll get all our cabin lights on in preparation. Alright, brakes released. Let's go. Our weather radar can go to standby. We'll taxi in. Overall, this thing flies really nice. Like, really nice. Taxi's a lot easier now that we're light. Absolutely wonderful morning here. Oh, look at those. Oh, look at those reflections. Jeez Louise. We're gonna go off to the right here. Go ahead and turn off our taxi light. Absolutely stellar flight. Obviously, the terminal would not have been like this in the early 90s, but it is what it is. Seem to be pretty well aligned. We'll just guesstimate where to stop. Right about there. Should do it. Alright, we'll go ahead and set the parking brake. Come up to our overhead. Get generator number 3 on. APU air on. Wonderful. Now we can come around here and kill the engines. There's the gens switching over. And we can kill the boost pumps. Wonderful. And now that the engines have spooled down a little bit, we'll go ahead and turn off the fast seatbelt sign and the anti-collision lights. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Madang. Go and get up out of our seat here and open up the airplane. God, the shadows are so good. And on that note, guys, thank you. I'll see you in the next one. If you haven't subscribed already, please hit that subscribe button. It really helps the channel grow. And I'll see you guys next time.